All right, hey there, everybody. Travis from Drunken Nights Podcast back with a very special beer review for everyone. This may be a little premature, but a little while ago we did our first homebrew, and let's see. I bottled this 7 days ago, so I'm sure it's not fully carbonated yet, and it's really green, probably, and young. Probably is not going to be the best beer, but I couldn't wait any longer, so when I got home from work today, I threw a bottle in the fridge to chill it, and we'll see what we get. So here it is. It has an obscene name. It's in honor of a special someone, I won't say. But this was brewed only about 3.5 weeks ago. And like I said, it's only been in the bottle for 1 week today. It should be about 5.8% alcohol by volume. And basically, the grain bill for it was mostly American two-row, some Munich malt, a little honey malt, and also a very small amount of Crystal 20. So it's pretty light. I can see in the bottle it's very clear, and I can see that there's a little bit of sediment on the bottom. So throughout tasting for this beer, when I was tasting gravity readings, gravity samples, I was getting a really nutty taste and on the back end at the finish. I mashed this at a really low mash temperature, so it should be a really dry ale, and we used Centennial and Amarillo hops. So, and throughout tastings, I could not really, I couldn't pick up much of the hop character. One moment here, Lola, come on, lay down. Hey, come on, lay down. Lola, the dog. So anyways, let's pop a top and see what we got. And no smoke. Smells like beer. So it has a little bit of carbonation in that ring. Smells very German. Let's give it a pour. Again, I'm using my Iowa Craft Beer Festival glass. There is carbonation. We have carbonation. Quite carbonated, actually. And we'll stop there. I think I may have gotten just a little bit of sediment in the glass. So there it is. It's actually, Lola. It's actually a very pretty color. It smells really young. Doesn't smell too appealing yet. You got a little bit of yeast floating on the top. Some floater. So let's have a taste. Really not picking up any hop character at all right now. There's the nuttiness. The nuttiness has mellowed out quite a bit, and it doesn't hit until way in the aftertaste. And it's I would call it more bready now, and I think that's probably either the honey malt or the the Munich malt. The hops are there, but they're very, very subtle. Actually got a little bit of hop in the aftertaste that time. Not quite so much nuttiness. It is very dry though. But it's actually kind of refreshing. It's dry. Can't believe how well carbonated it is after just 7 days. Yeah. The bready, nutty flavor that I'm getting may be from the yeast as well. It may not be from the malts. I use the Kolsch yeast in this, and that Kolsch yeast, it really, it was supposed to leave a really clean beer, not a whole lot of yeast characteristics, but it did get pitched at a very high temperature and started fermenting at a fairly high temperature. It was climbing, we pitched the yeast around 73 degrees Fahrenheit, and by the next morning or late that night, it had gotten up to 78, 79 degrees with that fermentation that had already started. So it fermented out very quickly, and I think some of that nutty breadiness I'm getting is coming from that yeast. But all in all, I would say that that's much better than I expected for my first homebrew. All grain homebrew. I can't get past that color. The color and clarity, it's not 100% clear. I probably could have let the yeast settle out just a little bit more in it, but it was my first homebrew, all grain homebrew, and I was getting antsy. So, and we still got some carbonation, and like it's actually very well carbonated right now. I'm impressed by that. I just used white table sugar for the priming, and wow. The nose is mostly malt. I don't pick out a whole lot of hop. Very, very slight hop presence. And I think what I pick up is just the Amarillo but it's very light. It just used 1 ounce of Centennial for bittering, and then 1 ounce of Amarillo for the taste and aroma hops. So, but I would say it's not too shabby for my first beer. So, anyways, it's been about 10 minutes, so I'm going to finish drinking this. I hope everyone out there is enjoying a craft beer as well. And soon my buddies from Drunken Nights Podcast will be sampling the bitch brew. That's what we called it. So, anyways, cheers. Have a good night.